So welcome back, friends. We were in the case study of ballast procurement, and this was for supply of 25,000 cubic meters of ballast, and we had three bidders, X, Y, and Z. Bidder X submitted a complete offer. Bidder Y submitted an offer which had separate rate for supply of ballast and separate rate for loading into hopper wagons. And bidder Z was similar as bidder X, and each of these three bidders had different rates and they had different quarry or the source of supply. And you were at the point of submitting recommendations to tender committee. Let's now discuss this case. Now, if you look at the unit cost of supply on the gross rate basis, because bidder X had quoted 226 lakhs, right? Bidder for which included for both supply plus loading. Bidder Y had a split offer, which was for supply 210 and loading 11 lakhs, and bidder Z 222 lakhs. Now, if we divide these values each by 25,000 cubic meter, then we get the unit rate per cubic meter. So this column comprises of unit rate per cubic meter. So the unit rate offered by bidder X is 920.8 rupees per cubic meter of supply. Bidder Y has offered a rate which is 841.6 for the supply of ballast, and for loading, the offer rate is 45.6 rupees. And bidder Z, the total composite rate is 890.4. So if we take the total rate that is for each component added together, so bidder X, the unit rate per cubic meter of supply is 920 rupees 80 paise. For bidder Y, it is 887.20 paise, and for bidder Z, it is 890 rupees 40 paise. So obviously, bidder Y is lowest, bidder Z is L2, and bidder X is the highest eligible bid. Now, so that's what this table showed us, the inter-se position of each bidder for the instant case. Now, what should tender committee do? Now, if you compare L1 with LAR, right? So the comparison of LAR has to be, so the first step is to calculate the LAR, and the LAR calculation has to happen in terms of the three rates which have been supplied by in the briefing note. So this was April 2018, the rate was 665, which was for depot supply only. For November 2016, 30,000 cubic meter, the unit rate was 688. So substantial time has elapsed between this tender and the instant tender. So this rate has to be 688, has to be suitably inflated. And the rates for May is 2015 was 630 again. So these are rates which require inflation. So the next step for tender committee is to adjust the LAR for time by adjusting it with the wholesale price index if no other index is available, and for like-to-like comparison by also including loading rate. And for loading rate, labor index can be used. So loading is essentially a labor, manpower is required to lift. It's a hard job to lift the ballast and put it into the wagons. So this loading, so this inflation would ideally be through labor index rate. Now, if you look at, so the table below is trying to estimate and normalize the last accepted rate and bring it to the current times. So April 2018, the unadjusted rate, this was 665, which is here. So this column is same as the last column in this table above. The starting WPI at this point of time. So if you go back to the wholesale price index for all the 5-6 years, then from there you can calculate the starting and ending WPI index for each of the scenarios. So ending WPI index is if tender committee is meeting in the first week of March, then the WPI at the end of February 2020, that becomes the ending WPI. And starting WPI could be different for each of these scenarios depending on the date. So for 2018 April, the starting WPI was 129.75. For November 2016, it was 120, and for May 2015, it was 108.67. So, so if these rates have to be suitably inflated for WPI, and ending WPI minus starting WPI upon the starting WPI would be the inflation factor, and that inflation factor tells us that this rate has to be increased by 68 rupees 76 paise. This rate, November 2016 rate has to be increased by 131.97, and May 2015 rates have to be increased by 200 rupees. For the rate here for the LAR, this one, the first item here, because it is only loading supply, so depot supply, then it also requires loading adjustment. So adjusted LAR and loading adjustment has to also include the loading rates. So the adjusted LAR now comes to 806, 819, and 830. So these three are the adjusted LAR values against which the offers received are if you go back, so these are the offers received, 890, 887, and 920, whereas the adjusted LAR comes to these values. Right. So the average adjusted LAR in March 2020 thus is the average of these three, which is 817.7 cubic meter. So average of 806 plus 819 plus 830 is 818.70. Now, the first thing that the TC has to do is to compare L1, and in this case, the L1 was bidder Y with the average LAR. So the supply offer of L1 was 841.6, and the loading offer of L1 was 45.6. If you only look at the supply portion of all the cases, then the average LAR for supply was comes out as 746, and the loading comes out as 72.3. So if you go back and look at all the supply rates, we can break these rates into supply rate and loading rate. So supply rate average value comes to 746, whereas Y has offered a supply offer of 841, and Y has given a lower offer for loading, which is 45.6, whereas in this case it is 72.3. So the rate difference is 887 minus 818, so it's roughly about 70 rupees per cubic meter in this case. Now, if you do a simple maths, so for supply portion, the rates offered by Y is 12% higher. For loading portion, the rate offered by L1 is 36%, 37% lower. And on overall basis, the rate is 8.2% higher than the adjusted LAR. So that is the reality. Now, it is for the tender committee to sit and decide what they are going to do. Now, the point that I also want for tender committee, and if you are in the tender committee, is to remember and appreciate the risk which is for a split offer. For example, bidder Y gave a split offer for supply of ballast and separately for loading. Now, what could be the risk in your mind if we go ahead with bidder Y? Right. So I want you to discuss in your tender committee, the tender committee which made recommendations to write a paragraph on the risk for associated with bidder Y. I hope you enjoyed this session. And if you have any questions, then do drop me an email at my email ID, shivesh@entrepreneurship.edu.in. Thanks very much.